Okay. Good morning, everyone. Okay. I have already completed first unit, and from today onwards, we'll start a new unit. That is second unit. Okay. What is the second unit in mechatronics? That is solid state electronic devices. Solid state electronic devices is the first part of the second unit, and second part is signal conditioning. Okay. Second unit covers solid state electronic devices and signal processing. Okay, what are the different devices used for processing the signal, and we learn about the process of signal conditioning. Now we see the syllabus. This is the syllabus. Okay, solid state for unit 2 covers two parts. First part, solid state electronic devices. In this part, we are learning about diodes, transistors, bipolar junction transistors. Okay, FET, MOSFET. So there are also another type of transistors and diac and triac switches and LEDs. Okay, that is the first part of the second unit. And the second part is about signal conditioning, means analog signal conditioning, operational amplifiers, noise reduction and filtering. Okay, these are the syllabus. This is the syllabus of the second unit. I think most of you know about semiconductors. I think you have learned in physics, maybe. Okay, I will allow you to unmute. If you have any idea about semiconductors, please share with me. Anyone? What is semiconductor?
It partially allows the electrons to flow
Okay, thank you. When? What condition?
when current flows.
Okay, it partially allows the flow of electrons. That is semiconductor. Okay, anyone else? Hello, anyone else about semiconductors? Okay, don't feel shy.
Semiconductor is a material electrical conductivity, sir.
Electrical conductivity.
In the
Okay.
conductor and insulator.
Okay, okay.
Most commonly used in అందులో silicon and germanium వాడతారు. Semiconductor devices.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, okay. Anything else?
The gap between the conduction band and valence band is small. Is called a semiconductor.
Oh, okay, good, good. Yeah, you're right. Anything else? What is semiconductor? Someone said, oh, tell me.
Crystalline solids intermediate in electrical conductivity between a conductor and an insulator.
Okay, okay, 44. Anyone else? Okay. How to learn this unit in mechatronic system? You know, most of the electronic devices are constructed from a special class of materials called semiconductors. Okay, all of you know about that. Means most modern electronic devices are made up of semiconductors. So in mechatronic system, we are using electronic devices like diodes, transistors, and thyristors, silicon control rectifiers. Okay, so we have to learn about these semiconductors because semiconductors are the semiconductor devices are the most commonly used active components in mechatronic system. Okay, is that semiconductor devices are the most commonly used active components in the mechatronic system building. Okay, that's why we need to learn about electronic semiconductor devices. If you know the characteristics of the semiconductor, okay, devices, then you can easily construct the mechatronic system with the help of semiconductor devices. Okay, in this unit, we will learn about the construction, working, and symbols of important semiconductors devices like diodes, transistors, and thyristors. Okay, the motto of this unit is, okay, to create some awareness, so to create some knowledge about electronic devices, okay, which is mostly used in mechatronic system. Okay, generally electronic materials are classified into 3 types. What are those? Conductors, insulators, and semiconductors. First, what is conductor? Conductors are the materials which allows the flow of electrons through it. What is conductor? These are the materials, okay, which allows flow of electrons through it. Then those materials are called conductors. What are the examples? Copper is the best conductor generally used, and aluminum, silver, gold, nickel are some of the examples for conductors. Means they allow electrons, a flow of electrons through it. They allows current through it. Okay, the resistance offered by conductors is very less. Next one is insulators. What is insulator? Those are the materials which doesn't allow the flow of electrons through it. Means they offer some resistance to the flow of electrons. Such materials are called insulators. What are the best examples for insulator? Wood, glass, ceramic materials, and plastics are some of the materials which resist the flow of electrons. Such materials are called insulators. Okay, and now the third category is semiconductors. Okay, the conductivity or resistance of the semiconductors is lie between conductors and insulators. Means semiconductors are neither conductors nor insulators. Okay, they can allow the flow of current in certain circumstances, and they resist the flow of electrons in certain circumstances. Okay, means the conductivity of the semiconductors are varying according to the situations. Okay, later we know the situations which changes, which varies the conductivity of the semiconductors. So the property characteristics of semiconductors is lie between conductors and insulators. Okay, the best example for semiconductors are silicon and germanium and carbon. Generally, most of the semiconductors used in electronics field are made up of either silicon or germanium. Silicon or germanium. This is the classification of electronic materials. So now our focus is on third element, that is semiconductors. What are the examples for semiconductors? Germanium and silicon. Next one. See this. These are the energy diagrams of the conductor, insulator, and semiconductor. First, see, this is the in y-axis. This is the energy required for the electron to accelerate towards conduction band from the valency band. Means we know the flow of electricity due to the electrons in the valency orbit. So the electrons are in valency band. Okay, the electrons from the valency band are moved towards conduction band. Here, no band gap between the conduction and valency band in case of conductors. So you need a minimum energy to remove the electron from the atom, and the electrons are moving towards conduction band. Okay, the electrons in the conduction band are the reason for the flow of electrons. So here no band gap between the conduction band and the valence band in case of conductor. Now see the insulator, third one. Here there is a wide gap between the valency band and the conduction band. Here we need more energy. Here plus 5 electron volts. Electron volts is the unit for energy. It needs more than 5 electron volts, okay, to move electrons from the valency band to conduction band. Means here we require more energy. Okay, so the gap between the conduction band and the valency band is very high, very wide. So that's why these materials are resisting flow of electrons, means it resisting current. Now come to the semiconductor. Here the gap between the conduction band and the valency band is very narrow. Okay, how much? Here 1 electron volt, means 1 electron volt energy is enough to accelerate the electrons from the valency band to conduction band. So with supply of minimum energy, okay, we can convert the semiconductor into conductor. So the gap between the conduction band and valency band is very narrow in case of semiconductor. Here there is no band gap. Here the band gap is very high, but in case of semiconductor the band gap is very narrow. That's why, okay, by supplying some energy we can change the semiconductor into conductor. That is the special characteristics of the conductor, which is very useful in very useful for different applications. I think you can understand. Okay. Next one. What is semiconductor? Now already I told what is semiconductor. The name implies what is semiconductor. Semiconductor, not the full conductor, is the semiconductor. Semiconductor is neither a good conductor of electric current nor an insulator. Under certain circumstances, okay, the resistive properties of the semiconductor is varying between the conductor and the insulator. So in general, suppose if you supply heat, means you know different types of semiconductors materials. For example, silicon, germanium. Okay, if you increase the temperature of these materials, okay, the resistivity of this semiconductor decreases. If you increase the temperature, the resistance is decreases. Means the conductivity is increases. Means by supplying heat, we can convert the semiconductor into conductor. Okay, at certain point, okay, the semiconductor is become conductors as temperature rises. Okay, simply the conductivity of the semiconductor is depending on the temperature. If you increase the temperature, conductivity increases, resistance decreases. Okay, based on the rise of temperature, the conductivity of the semiconductor is changing. Okay, if you want to convert the semiconductor into conductor, you need to supply more temperature. That allows the semiconductor to become a conductor. Okay. Okay. Here semiconductors are classified into two types. This is the classification of semiconductor. Okay, you can classify semiconductor into two types. One is intrinsic semiconductor. Second one is extrinsic semiconductor. What is intrinsic semiconductor? Hence, intrinsic semiconductor means here we are using pure form of semiconductors. Here we are using pure form of semiconductors, means germanium or silicon. We are using the materials in pure form. Okay, that is, then we can use the pure form of semiconductors. Those conductors are called intrinsic semiconductors. But the pure form of semiconductors are very little used. Generally, the conductivity is poor in case of intrinsic semiconductors. Okay, if you want to increase the conductivity of the pure form of semiconductors, we need to supply heat. Okay, but we can increase the property of these semiconductors by adding the impurities. By adding the impurities means some other material, some other elements are adding to this pure semiconductors. Okay, then those semiconductors are called eccentric semiconductors. In case of eccentric semiconductors, we are adding some other materials, means those are called impurities. If you add the impurities to the pure semiconductor materials, then we can increase the properties of the semiconductors. By increasing these properties, we can change the conductivity of the semiconductor. Okay, then those are semiconductors are called eccentric semiconductors. See this? Okay, for increasing the conductivity of the pure semiconductors, we are adding some other materials, some other elements, okay, for increasing the conductivity of the semiconducting materials. This process is called doping. This process is called doping. Doping means the process of adding elements to the pure semiconductors. Here we are adding the materials like arsenic, phosphorus, antimony, indium, boron type of elements are added to the semiconductor materials like silicon and germanium to improve their conductivity. Okay, see this. What is doping? We are adding some impurities, means some other material elements into the semiconductor materials. What is the purpose? To improve the conductivity of the semiconducting materials. Okay, by adding these impurities, we can improve the conductivity. Means, you know, when the conductivity of semiconductors increases, if you increase the temperature, then only the conductivity of semiconductor increases. But by doping process, you can increase the conductivity at even at room temperature also. Without increasing the temperature, we can improve the conductivity of the semiconductor with the help of doping. With the help of doping, okay, I will explain how the conductivity of the semiconductor increases with the help of doping. Okay, here what are the doping elements? Arsenic, phosphorus, antimony, indium, boron. Okay, how these elements are improve the conductivity of the semiconductor material? Okay, I will explain. Here we have different types of material according to the doping. Okay, here those are the N-type, P-type and PN junction. N-type semiconductors, P-type semiconductors, and one more type is PN junction. Here type of semiconductor is depending on the doping process. What kind of element is doped into the semiconductor decides the type of semiconductor. I think you got some idea about doping. Okay, okay. First material, N-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor. Here N refers negative. N means negative. N stands for negative. So N-type means negative type semiconductor. Okay. Here we are adding impurities of elements with 5 valency electrons. Here we are adding impurities with 5 valency electrons. Okay. For example, arsenic, phosphorus or antimony have the 5 valency electrons in the outermost orbit. Okay. Those 5 valency electrons impurities are added into the semiconductor like silicon. Then the semiconductor is called N-type semiconductor. Okay. Here why negative means here the predominant factors are electrons. Okay. Here the impurities have more electrons. Here we get more electrons for flow of electrons. That's why it is called negative, because electrons have negative charge. Okay. Here the impurities which are adding to the semiconductor materials supplies the extra electrons for flow of current. Okay, that's why these materials are called donors. These materials are called donors. The impurities which are doped into the semiconductors gives them more electrons for flow of current. That's why these impurities are called donors. Means they donate the extra electrons for increasing the conductivity. Okay. Here the valency band has holes. Holes are the positive charge carriers. Holes are positive, means electrons are negative charge carriers. Holes are positive charge carriers. Okay. Here N-type materials, electrons are the main reason for flow of current. So majority carriers are electrons, minority carriers are holes. Now we see, I will explain. You know, in silicon material, we have millions of silicon atoms. Okay. Every silicon atom has 4 valency electrons. Every silicon atom has 4 electrons. Okay. They are sharing the one electron with the other silicon atom, means with covalent bond. Okay. So if in place of center silicon, we have 4 electrons are covalent bond with the other silicon atoms, means there is no free electron. Okay, before doping. If doping process is done with phosphorus, means phosphorus has 5 valency electrons. Okay, here 4 are already made a covalent bond with the silicon atoms. Here one more electron is free. Okay, this free electron is moving around this. This causes flow of current in the semiconductor. Okay, I will show video. See this? This is the silicon and germanium generally used semiconductors. This has 4 valency electrons. 4 valency electrons means the in outermost orbit we have 4 electrons. Okay. Here we have millions of silicon atoms in the silicon material. Okay. Every silicon has 4 valency electrons and they can share one electron with the neighboring silicon atom. See this? Silicon has 4 valency electrons. Every silicon element has 4 valency electron. Each silicon atom shares one electron with the neighboring silicon atom. Okay, they make covalent bond with the neighboring silicon atom. Here, every silicon has 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. Okay, one is sharing with the other silicon atom. Okay, here we have a covalent bond. Okay, first already I know. I told pure silicon atom. This is the structure of crystal structure of pure silicon atom. Suppose in case of intrinsic semiconductor, if you supply heat, okay, without doping, before doping, this is the pure type of silicon material. If you supply heat, if you raise the temperature, okay, this is the temperature, right? You see this. If you increase the temperature, okay, because of the temperature supplies some energy to the electrons. Because of that energy, the electron is get out from the outermost orbit. Means the electron is moving, removed from the bond, and that is moving. Okay, this causes chain reaction. Okay, means because of this chain reaction, we have current, means flow of electrons is possible. This is the pure type of semiconductor, intrinsic semiconductor. Here we are supplying heat. Okay, because of that heat energy, electron is moving from the the electron is moving from the outermost orbit of the silicon atoms. Okay, the free electron which is moving from the silicon atom is moving around that. There causes flow of electrons. Okay, here where the electron is vacated, okay, that place is called hole. Here the electron is moving from this place, means here we have positive charge. This is called hole. Okay, the electron is moving towards hole. Okay, here the electron is vacated, means here we got a positive charge. Means the conduction of electricity is because of temperature only. This is called pure type of semiconductor. Second type, that is extrinsic semiconductors. Means we are adding some impurities. See this. Just remove the one silicon atom and replace this silicon atom with other materials. Suppose already discussing about. See this. Phosphorus element is replacing the silicon atom. Phosphorus has 5 electrons, 5 valence electrons. 4 electrons in the phosphorus are making covalent bonds with the neighboring silicon atoms, and one electron is free. One electron is free. So we have so many impurity elements are in silicon. So we have so many free electrons are there. These free electrons are moving, because of these free electrons, the conductivity is of semiconductor is increases. So here we know we don't need to supply any heat to remove the electron, because already one free electron is there, that is revolving around. Because of that, electron causes the flow of current. See this. So that is N type of semiconductor. So here, for making N type of semiconductor, we are adding 5 valent elements in the silicon or germanium semiconductor materials. Okay, here because of 5 valent electrons, 4 are combined with neighboring silicons. One electron will be free. This free electron causes flow of current in the semiconductor. This is called N type semiconductor. Here the flow of electricity is due to extra electron. That's why it is called electron means negative charge. That's why it is called negative type of semiconductor. Okay, see this. Here we are adding 5 valence electrons. Okay, we have 1 free electrons. See this. This is the energy band. Okay, here these are the, here we have more electrons because the electricity is due to more electrons. That's why here electrons are majority carriers. Okay, here holes are very less. That's why minority carriers are holes. Okay, majority carriers are electrons, minority carriers are holes in case of N type semiconductor. Okay, next type is P type semiconductor. P means P stands for positive type semiconductor. Positive type semiconductors. Here we are doping with an elements with 3 valence electrons. Okay, in case of N type materials, we are adding impurities with 5 valent electrons. 4 are combined with silicon atoms, 1 free electron, that causes electricity, flow of current. Here in case of P type materials, we are adding 3 valence electron materials like indium, boron, gallium, aluminum. Okay, because of here we are supplying 3 valent electrons. Okay, then it is called P type semiconductors. See this. I will show this video again. See this. This is the P type of semiconductor structure, silicon. Okay. Now we are adding 3 valent impurity in this. Means we are replacing one silicon atom with boron atom. Okay. Here boron has 3 valence electrons. Okay. 3 electrons are, see this. Here boron has 3 valence electrons. These 3 valence electrons are, okay, making covalent bond with the neighboring silicon atoms. But here needs one more atom, one more electron for making bond. Means here there is a vacancy in the boron atom. So we need to fill this vacancy. Means if you add more boron atoms in this, okay, semiconductor, we have so many vacancies are there. This vacancy is called hole. Means here we have a positive charge. It needs an electron to fulfill this bond. So here we have a vacancy. You know, impurity means we are not adding only single atom. We are adding so many atoms in this. So we have so many vacancies are created. Means so many positive charges are created. Those vacancies are called hole. So we have so many holes. Those holes are the main reason for conduction of electricity. Okay, here we are making a vacancy, means positive charge. That's why this is called positive type semiconductor. Mean here the main reason for the flow of electrons is vacant part, means positive, means holes. So here holes are the majority carriers. Okay, electrons are the minority carriers. Okay, in previous case electrons are majority carriers. Here holes are minority carriers. Here holes are majority carriers, electrons are minority carriers. Okay, In previous case, the element supplies extra electrons. That's why that impurities are called donors. But here, in case of p-type, okay, the elements are ready to take the electrons. Means one vacancy is there. So those are acceptors or receptors. So these are called acceptors. Here the impurities are called acceptor. They are ready to accept one electron because one vacancy is there, one hole is there. Okay, these positive vacancies are called holes. So here holes causes the flow of electrons. So holes are majority carriers, electrons are minority carriers. See this. This is the silicon atoms. We are adding an impurity with 3 valency electrons. Valency electrons. Here 3 valency electrons means boron, aluminum, all these are the 3 valent atoms. Okay. Here 3 electrons of the aluminum are make a covalent bond with the neighboring silicon atoms, but one positive vacancy is there. This is called hole. Okay. Here we have millions of silicon atoms. We are adding number of aluminum atoms. So we are creating so many holes. Okay, those holes are causes flow of electrons. That's why holes are majority carriers, electrons are minority carriers. Here in case of doping, we need not supply any heat. We need not supply any heat. Even at room temperature also, we can make the semiconductor can conduct the electricity. That is the difference between the intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor. Intrinsic means we need to supply the heat for conduction. But in case of extrinsic, even at room temperature also, we can make the semiconductor into conductor. That is the special characteristics of the semiconductors. See this. These are the energy bands. Here we have more holes in case of p-type. So holes are majority carriers, electrons are minority carriers. Holes means positive. That's why we have so many holes. We have positive charge. That's why it is called p-type semiconductor. P-type means positive type. Okay. Here minority carriers are electrons. Okay. I will unmute you. If you have any doubts regarding p-type and n-type, ask me. Because so this is the starting. So if you have any doubts, please ask me regarding p-type and n-type semiconductor. Hello, unmute yourself. If you have any doubts regarding p-type and n-type semiconductors and semiconductor, please ask me.
The doping and date, sir.
డోపింగ్ అంటే ఏం లేదమ్మా, వేరే మెటీరియల్ మనం ఈ మెటీరియల్ యాడ్ చేస్తాం. మన సెమీకండక్టర్ మెటీరియల్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, దాని కండక్టివిటీ పెంచడానికి వేరే మెటీరియల్ యాడ్ చేస్తే వేరే ఎలిమెంట్ ని, దాన్ని డోపింగ్ అంటారమ్మా. ఈ డోపింగ్ వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే దాని యొక్క కండక్టివిటీ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. హలో 47.
Yes, sir.
మనకి ఏంటంటే ఎక్స్ట్రా ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అన్నా లేదంటే ఎక్స్ట్రా హోల్స్ అన్నా కావాలమ్మా ఫర్ కండక్షన్. ఓకే. సో దానికోసం ఫర్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ ది కండక్టివిటీ వీఆర్ యాడింగ్ సమ్ అదర్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఇన్ టు ద సెమీ కండక్టర్స్. దోస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ impurities. The process is called doping. So if you have any doubts, please ask me now. Sir, anyone?
So, sir, n-type చెప్పండి సార్. n-type.
n-type అమ్మా.
Yes, sir.
n అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? నెగటివ్. n means
Sir.
negative. Means we are adding 5 valence electron impurity into the semiconductor. Okay. అంటే valence electrons ఎన్ని ఉంటాయమ్మా? pentavalent 5 ఉంటాయి. ఓకే. 4 electrons నైబరింగ్ సిలికాన్ తో షేర్ అవుతాయి. ఎక్స్ట్రా ఏముంటుందమ్మా? 1 electron is there. ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఎన్ని ఉంటాయి? 1 electron. So we are adding so much of impurity means we have so many electrons are there. Okay. Those electrons causes flow of current. Then it is called n-type. Means the conductivity is done by electrons. That's why it is electron means a charge amma. Electron means negative charge. That's why it is called negative type. N-type semiconductor. Sir, for conduction purpose, we need extra electrons are extra vacancies. Okay, that was created by adding impurities into the semiconductor. Sir, any doubts? Is
No,
it
sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you have any doubt, please ask me now. Sir, this is the starting point. That's why I'm giving chance for you. సార్ పీ టైప్ ఎన్ టైప్ అర్థం కాకపోతే తర్వాత ఏం అర్థం కాదు సార్ ప్లీజ్ అలా మౌనంగా ఉండకండి if you have any doubts I will clear now. Okay, so no doubts. మీరు అడగరు నాకు అర్థమైంది. Sir, here we have two types, intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic means few type of semiconductors are used. Here supply of heat, rise of heat causes conduction of the electrons, means conductivity is depending on the heat in case of intrinsic. But in case of extrinsic, okay, the conductivity is increasing by adding impurities, means by silicon or germanium has 4 valence electrons. By supplying the element, by adding the element which has 5 valence electrons or 3 valence electrons, that causes the vacancies or extra electrons. Because of that electrons, extra electron or extra holes created increase the conductivity of the material. In n type we are adding 5 valence electrons, we get 1 free electron. Okay, that free electron causes flow of electrons, that is conductivity. Conductivity is increased by extra electrons supplied by the pentavalent impurity. That's why it is called n type semiconductor, because the flow of electrons is due to okay excess electrons supplied by the impurity. Electron charge is negative, that's why n type. Here positive means we are adding trivalent impurity to the semiconductor, means we are adding 3 valence electrons, means valence electrons are 3 in the impurity. Okay, we are adding trivalent impurity to the semiconductors. Okay, semiconductor silicon or germanium has 4 valence electrons. Okay, here trivalent means 3 valence electrons, 3 are shared with the silicon, 1 vacancy is there. Okay, by adding impurity we can increase the vacancies, means positive charge, that is holes, we can increase the holes. Because of that holes the conductivity is increased. Okay, those holes are attracts the electrons. Because of attraction of electrons, the electrons are moving from hole to hole, that causes conductivity of the current. So here we are supplying more electrons, here we are supplying more holes. Here majority carriers are electrons, minority carriers are holes. Here in type of p type, holes are the majority carriers and electrons are the minority carriers. Next one is PN junction. Next one is PN junction. Okay, the PN junction is constructed by joining two different materials, means by joining the p type of material and n type of semiconductor material, by joining these two we can make a PN junction. PN junction means by joining the p type and n type material. Okay, so then we can form a PN junction. See this. Okay, this is a p type of material, this is n type of material. P type of material means P means P for positive, means holes are majority carriers. P type of material have more holes, these are the holes. And n type materials means N for negative, means electrons. So here majority carriers are electrons. Okay, we are joining these two materials, we form a junction. This junction is called PN junction. PN junction. Okay, here see the graph. This here hole concentration is high in left side and the electron concentration is high in right side. Okay, here see this, the electrons, the junction, okay, the holes from the p-type materials are moving towards n-type material, and the electrons in the n-type materials are moving towards p-type material. Okay, here electrons and holes are crossing this junction. This process is called diffusion. Because of diffusion, the electrons from the n-type material moving towards p-type, and holes in the p-type materials are moving towards n-type material. Okay, this crossing of this holes and electrons causes ions in the junction. At junction means the electrons moving from the n-type materials are combined with the holes in the p-type materials, and they become negative ions. Okay, at the junction. Okay, the holes which are moving from the p-type material to n-type material, they join with the electrons, that causes positive ions. The holes causes positive ions here. Okay, here at junction, at left side we have some positive ions, in right side we have some positive ions, in left side we have some negative ions. Okay, this region is called depletion region. This causes depletion of holes and electrons. Okay, here we got some region. This region is called depletion region. Depletion region consists ionized acceptors and ionized donors. Okay, here there is a potential difference exists between these two barriers. Means if negative ions are there, positive ions are there, there is a potential difference between these two bands. Okay, that potential difference causes some barrier, okay, between the holes and the electrons. So this barrier is called potential barrier. Because of this barrier, the electrons which are at higher potential are not able to move towards holes. Okay, the holes in the lower potential are not able to move towards electrons. Means this depletion region is become as a barrier between the electrons and holes. Means this restricts the flow of electrons and holes. Okay, this is called p-n junction. See this, there is a potential difference exists between these negative ions and positive ions. So that's why this is called potential barrier. Because of this potential barriers, the electrons and holes are not moving towards n-type, n region, and electrons are not able to move towards p region. Here this barrier is restricting the flow of electrons and hole. This barrier is called potential barrier. Okay, this is called p-n junction. Okay, I will show one video. See this. Here this is the germanium semiconductor material. This is p-type. Okay, here majority carriers are holes, means positive. So that's why this is acceptor atoms. Here left side, right side is n-type material. Here majority carriers are electrons, negative. This is n region, this is p region. Here holes are the majority carriers. Here electrons are the minority carriers. Okay, at junction the diffusion of holes and electrons nearby the junction causes ions. Okay, the electrons moving towards crosses the junction, that causes negative ions in the left side, and then the holes which are moving towards n region causes positive ions in the right. So at junction we have ions, negative ions and positive ions, that causes a potential difference, a potential barrier. This is the called depletion region. This is called depletion region. This depletion region causes potential difference. Okay, there is a potential difference, negative ions and positive ions, negative, positive. Okay, that's why it is called a potential barrier. What is the purpose here? The potential barriers restricts the flow of electrons from n region to p region, and flow of holes from p region to n region. This property of p junction is most useful in the electronic device applications. Okay, based on this property we can utilize the p-n junctions for the application of electronic device. This is called potential barrier. Okay, this is called PN junction. See this. This is called PN junction. Here, practically the 100% P type of material, 100 type of N type of material is not possible. Okay, perfect N type and perfect P type materials are not possible. Okay, even with electrons, N type material has very few holes and P type material also have few electrons. Those are called minority carriers. Okay, there is a minority carriers in N type material and minority carriers in the P type material. Okay, see this. Here hole concentration is this. This is the P type material. The holes are very high. Okay, at junction there is ions, no holes. Okay, in N type the holes concentration is not nil. There is some holes are there. Those are minority carriers. In type of N type, okay, okay, junction. Here P type area, the electrons are very low, minority carriers. In N type, the electrons are very high. Okay, the concentration of electrons is very high in N type and holes is very low. Means majority carriers are electrons, minority carriers are holes. Here majority carriers are holes, minority carriers are electrons. This causes PN junction. Okay. Now, next one is PN junction diode. Okay, already time is over. If you have any doubts regarding this, please ask me. I will allow you unmute. Please, if you have any doubts regarding PN junction, please ask me. From tomorrow, we will continue the class from tomorrow. Sir, if you have any doubts, please ask me now. Sir, మీకు ఏం అర్థం కాకపోయినా అడగండి సార్. It's 9:52. Hello, if you have any doubts, please ask me. Unmute yourself. Sir, P type, N type and PN junction. సార్ నేను చెప్పేది అర్థం అవుతుందా, వింటున్నారా? ఏదో ఒకటి చెప్పండి సార్ ప్లీజ్. నాకు మీరు ఎవరు కనపడలేదు, ప్లీజ్ అన్మ్యూట్.
అర్థమవుతుంది.
చెప్పండి సార్. అర్థమవుతుంది సార్.
అసలు నేను చెప్పేది ఏ వీడియో అమ్మా?
చూపెట్టారు సార్ పిఎన్ జంక్షన్.
పిఎన్ జంక్షన్ మళ్ళీ రేపు చూపిస్తాను, కంగారు పడదు.
ఆ వీడియో
పిఎన్ జంక్షన్ డయోడ్ అని ఉంది, సేమ్ పిఎన్ జంక్షన్ మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను నేను. ఓకేనా? ఇప్పుడు చూపించిన వీడియో అని మీరు అనేది చెప్పమ్మా. ఇది పి టైప్ మెటీరియల్, దిస్ ఈజ్ ఎన్ టైప్ మెటీరియల్ అమ్మా.
సార్ డిఫ్లెక్షన్ ఏదో అన్నారు కదా సార్.
డిప్లీషన్ అంటే ఏం లేదమ్మా, ఈ రెండింటిని పక్క పక్కన పెడతాం. ఏది పి టైప్ ఎన్ టైప్. ఇప్పుడు జంక్షన్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది కదా, జంక్షన్ దగ్గర ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా ఎన్ టైప్, ఇట్లా రైట్ సైడ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ హోల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, ఈ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఏమవుతాయి, జంక్షన్ క్రాస్ అవుతాయి అమ్మా, దగ్గరగా ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఓకే, అవి క్రాస్ అయినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, ఈ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ వెళ్ళి హోల్స్ ని భర్తీ చేస్తుంది. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, అయాన్ కింద ఫామ్ అవుతుంది కదా. మీకు అయాన్స్ అంటే ఐడియా ఉందా? క్యాట్ అయాన్స్, యాన్ అయాన్స్. ఈ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ పాజిటివ్ తో జాయిన్ అయ్యి అయాన్ కింద ఫామ్ అవుతుంది న్యూట్రల్ ఫామ్ లో. ఓకే, ఈ హోల్స్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ తో ఫామ్ అయ్యి అయాన్స్ కింద ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ అయాన్స్ వల్ల ఇక్కడే ఒక పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ అనేది క్రియేట్ అవుతుంది. పాజిటివ్ నెగిటివ్ ఉంది కదా, పాజిటివ్ సైడ్ ఏమో నెగిటివ్ వచ్చింది, నెగిటివ్ సైడ్ ఏమో పాజిటివ్ వచ్చింది. పొటెన్షియల్ డిఫరెన్స్ వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ హోల్స్ అటు వెళ్ళలేవు, ఈ ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఇటు రాలేవు. అంటే మధ్యలో ఏమైంది, ఒక అడ్డు కింద ఉంది కదా బ్యారియర్. అటు ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ని హోల్స్ ని మధ్యలో కలవకుండా ఒక బ్యారియర్ ఏర్పడుతుంది, ఒక అడ్డుగోడ అనమాట. ఆ అడ్డుగోడని మనం ఏమంటాం, పొటెన్షియల్ బ్యారియర్ అంటాం. ఓకే, ఈ ప్రాపర్టీ మనకు ఉపయోగపడుతుంది సెమీ కండక్టింగ్ డివైసెస్ లో. అది ఎలా అనేది నేను చెప్తాను. ఓకే ఓకే ఏమ్మా, మీరు వెళ్ళాలనుకుంటే వెళ్ళొచ్చు. ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఓకే, ఐ విల్ ఎండ్ దిస్ సెషన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
బాయ్ సార్.
బాయ్ అమ్మా.